And later today, we could find out the name of that 15-year-old boy who sadly got hit and killed by a train in Bernalillo yesterday. Police say this young man was walking home from school. He tried to cross the tracks here at South Oak Street and Valle Avenue. It's when that train slammed into him. The engineer, we're told, blasted the horn 3 times, but right now police are saying they think the boy may not have heard it because his headphones might have been too loud. Neighbors say kids crossing the tracks near there is something they see far too often.
I have a problem with that. I wouldn't say all the time, but frequently. There's a lot of students that just use it as a shortcut, obviously, and that's what happened today. He was coming across the tracks trying to get home back in this area over here.
It's so tough to hear. And also, this teenager was just about 50 feet from his home when he got killed. In Albuquerque this morning, 3-year-old still in the hospital in critical condition. This after a bad crash last night. It happened on I-40 near 98th Street just after 6 o'clock when officers say one car rear-ended another. That set off a chain reaction crash involving a total of 4 cars and trucks. Another child was also hurt, we're told, but should be okay. And the young man accused of causing a crash that killed a toddler in Albuquerque last year is set to be in court in just a couple hours. Mariano Salas here and his attorneys will talk with the judge about getting him out of jail on bond. He has been locked up since September. It's right after investigators say he was drunk and slammed into Vicente Griego's family's car. That little boy died just a few days later.
A mother in eastern New Mexico is upset this morning, saying that her kid's school did not do enough to stop him from getting bullied and beaten up. Anthony McDermott says a game of tag got out of hand on Monday at Lockwood Elementary School, that's in Clovis, and turned into a fight. Now, his mom, Melissa, says the principal called her after that, saying that Anthony just had a scratch on his eye, but his mom says that was not the case.
It wasn't a small scratch. It was just ridiculous, just looking at his face. And any adult knows a scratch is completely different than a bruised eye, blackened face.
Clovis's school district didn't want to talk about what happened. We did, however, hear that the other kid involved in the fight has been suspended. A student at Madison Middle School in Northeast Albuquerque has been suspended for threatening to kill classmates. APS says he pointed a practice rifle at classmates during an ROTC class last week. They say the boy said he was going to kill everyone. As of right now, a police report has been filed.
All right, it is no secret. You know this. Texting and driving, extremely dangerous, and some high schoolers here in Albuquerque are seeing that firsthand.
Oh no, oh
no. That's not good. Students at the Next Gen Academy got to sit behind the wheel of a car in a texting and driving simulator yesterday. This thing is pretty cool. They were trying to text and drive, as unfortunately a lot of people do, and avoid getting into a crash, but as you can see, more than one kid did just that.
I guess it's really accurate. I mean, it's really hard to, I guess, text and drive. It's really bad, I guess. You shouldn't do it.
You guess you shouldn't do it? No, you should not do it. All right, after the simulator, the kids there signed a pledge saying they would not text and drive. Let's hope they stay to that.
New Mexico could be out $43 million for schools in the next 2 years, and it's all because the state started cutting down its own education budget back in 2009 during a money crunch. Now, it included money for special education, but the federal government's rules say that if states do that, they'll lose grant money. So back in 2011, New Mexico applied for a waiver to still get the grants. The government has not yet approved that waiver. Helping young kids get ready for school could be the end result of a joint resolution being announced today by nearly 60 business leaders. The joint resolution will be allow voters to decide whether funds should be used to expand early childhood care and learning programs. The programs help prepare younger children for school. A portion of the money will come from the Land Grant Permanent Fund.
A violent child sex offender is now out of prison in southern Colorado, and sheriff's deputies want you to know about him. Colorado's law says La Platte County sheriff's deputies have to tell people when violent sexual predators, including this man, William Bollert, go free. He was convicted of attempted sexual assault of a child back in 2008. He now lives in Durango.
Former Albuquerque Mayor Marty Chavez is headed to Washington for a new job. He's been hired by a Washington, D.C. based lobbying firm. Ibarra Strategy Group says Chavez will assist with business development and strategic advice. Chavez served as Albuquerque mayor for 3 terms before being defeated by current mayor R.J. Berry in 2009. He was also a former state senator and Democratic nominee for governor at one point. 2 Albuquerque city councilors want to create a task force to evaluate the group that polices the police. The Police Oversight Commission, appointed by the city council and approved by the mayor, independently watches over Albuquerque police officers. Councilors Brad Winter and Ray Garduno want a task force to come up with recommendations on how to improve the current POC system and want public input. Forums will be held in March so that the task force can hear from you and the rest of the community.